Can you drink alcohol and still make gains? I'm Ellis from themusclearchitect.com. Let's find out. So since I've had a little break from competing this year, I've been a little bit more relaxed on my diet and my alcohol intake. Now I'm approaching a phase where I probably want to put a bit more muscle on, or at least gain what I've lost from being a little bit more relaxed. And one of the things I'm going to do is limit my alcohol intake. Now, we all know alcohol isn't the healthiest thing to consume on a regular basis, but I thought it'd be helpful for people that may not know just the impacts it has on building your physique. So a lot of people's first main concern is calories. So there are 7 calories per gram of alcohol as opposed to 9 calories per gram of fat and 4 calories per gram of protein and carbohydrate. A pint of lager might set you back 250 calories, and if you're sinking 8 of those a night, then that's a whole day's worth of food that you're adding in through alcohol. But really one of the main concerns of alcohol is the effects it has on your body's physiology after drinking. So first of all, it lowers the production of a hormone called leptin. Now you can think of leptin as your body's satiety hormone. So this is what signals to your body that you've had enough to eat, that you don't have any cravings, and that your body's full. Alcohol will lower the production of leptin, meaning that you're not going to be as full when you eat, and you're probably going to have cravings that you wouldn't have usually. What you do eat is probably going to be fueled by that decrease in leptin, where you're going to be eating foods you wouldn't normally go for, and probably over consuming. Now, another big thing you should be concerned about if you're into lifting, if you're into building your body, is muscle protein synthesis, so your body's ability to intake protein and use it to repair muscle. Now, alcohol has a really big impact on this, and it can last for up to 3 days. So if you think about all of the workouts that you're not recovering from optimally due to your alcohol intake and due to that decrease in MPS, muscle protein synthesis, you're leaving a lot of progress on the table there. Alcohol also lowers testosterone production for, again, up to 2 to 3 days, meaning less drive, less strength, and again, impaired recovery from your workouts. And on that subject of recovery, alcohol will also impair your quality of sleep. Now, the deepest form of sleep you can get into is rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep. And we need enough of this to feel well rested and recover from day-to-day activity, but it's so much more important when you have to recover from workouts as well. So you can probably see that one of the big themes here is impact on recovery. And to understand how important that is, you have to think about just how important recovery is in the muscle building process. So when you're in the gym, you might think that you're building muscle, but really what you're doing is actually breaking down muscle tissue in order to be repaired later on. Now, your muscles recovered through your nutrition, so your protein intake, and also while you're sleeping. So there are 2 things there that you've impacted through drinking alcohol. This means that not only may you not be making progress, but you actually might be regressing because you're breaking down that muscle tissue and not giving your body enough of what it needs to repair efficiently just to get back to its baseline. Now, on the subject of training, after a night of alcohol, what a lot of people might want to do is get straight back in the gym, draw a line under it, and start making progress again. I think actually that's one of the worst things that you can do. And personally, after drinking, I never train the next day. The main reason is, going back to those points I made before, I know that there's going to be an impact in recovery, so I don't want to further break down that muscle tissue. I also know that I'm going to have less strength, I'm not going to be able to push those sessions as hard, and I'm not going to be able to push those sets to failure. Plus, there's a big increase in risk of injury due to dehydration from the alcohol. Another thing you might want to be aware of if you're using steroids is that alcohol will impact your liver enzymes, just like steroids do. Yeah, either of these things at one time may be okay, you may be able to get away with it, but combining them together on a regular basis is definitely going to have an impact on your liver. Now, one thing I don't really suffer with myself are hangovers. I don't really tend to get headaches or feel particularly bad or sick the next day. I feel a bit bloated, but the main thing that I find after drinking is a decrease in my mood. So ultimately, for a few days after drinking, I'm probably going to feel a little bit depressed, which again is going to give me less motivation to train, less motivation to stick to my diet, and it might even set me back a whole week's worth of progress just for one night of drinking. Now, the question I asked at the start of the video was, can you still make progress and drink alcohol? And ultimately the answer is yes, but it's all kind of dose dependent. If you're drinking multiple times a week to the point where you're impacting all of these things over and over and over again to the point where you don't get to recover properly, then yes, progress is going to be absolutely minimal, if not non-existent. If you're having a few drinks, say 1 to 2 times a month, it's probably not going to be that harmful. In terms of the progress and the gains you can make, you can probably still make that progress, but ultimately it's not optimal. Now, you have to weigh things up and you have to prioritize something. So right now, I'm quite big on having life balance, so I'm definitely not going to say I'm not going to drink, but if I'm trying to make progress, I'm going to be conscious of that and I'm going to limit my alcohol intake. For example, when I'm on a contest prep, I don't drink at all because I absolutely want to maximize my progress. But you have to work out what is right for you. If you are someone that drinks regularly and you want to make more progress in the gym, I suggest having a month off alcohol completely and just really focusing on your training, getting stronger in the gym, your nutrition and your recovery. Things that are going to be impacted by that alcohol, and just see where you're at the end of the month. And then you can assess for yourself how much alcohol is worth it to you. So I hope you've learned a thing or two in this video. I hope that helps you to make some informed decisions about your own training, about your own alcohol intake. If you're looking for a plan that has some balance and involves alcohol, go to my website and fill out the consultation form, www.themusclearchitect.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and see what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis at @the_musclearchitect. Please like this video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.